Hey everybody. So one of the challenges with being a business owner and running a business is obviously to turn over a profit, right? And when you look at the statistics and all the research that's been done, very few companies, especially small businesses, are consistently profitable year after year. And that's actually one of the biggest reasons that businesses go under, right? So I read a book by Mike. I'm going to butcher his last name. In fact, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name because I'm going to butcher it. But his name is Mike. We'll call him Mike. And he wrote a book called Profit First. And one of my favorite quotes out of this book, because what the book does is it just lays out a very simplistic system on how to ensure that you're running a profitable business. And not only is your business profitable, but it's profitable consistently over time. And so one of my favorite quotes out of the book is, he says, "The system for profitability we have been using since the beginning of time is totally stupid, actually." And so what he's talking about is he's talking about GAAP accounting. So when you look at GAAP accounting, and this is the accounting method that most of us are used to, or everybody's used to, because this is what we use to file our taxes and things like that. And it produces profit and loss sheets, or P&L statements, as well as balance sheets. So when you look at GAAP accounting, this is the way the money flows. Your business income comes in, you put that into an account. And then from that account, you pay your expenses. And then once your expenses are paid, you figure out what your net profit is, or your gross profits are, you pay your taxes. That leaves you your net profit, in which that you as a business owner is what you are going to either use to reinvest in your business or to take home, right? And that's the problem with that, and with that method and the way that it's laid out in the book is you're the one that's putting forth all the effort. You're the one that's taking all the risk, and you're basically paying yourself last, right? So when you think about the book, The Richest Man in Babylon, what does it teach? It teaches pay yourself first. So his system, his cash flow management system, changes things a little bit, but it's a very simplistic system to make sure that your business is profitable. So, and I would encourage you to read the book if you haven't, but in the book, it basically lays it out this way. Your income, or the revenue that comes into your business, goes into an income account. This isn't your regular checking account. It's a checking account, but it's a specific account only to hold income. Once that money is dumped into that income account, then what you do is you take a percentage of that money. The very first thing you do is you take a percentage of that money and you allocate that to a separate account called profit. So you move a percentage of the money from your income account to your profit account. And then you move another percentage from your income account to your owner's compensation account. And then you move another set of income another percentage from your income account to your taxes account. And then finally, at the last account is you move a percentage from your income account to your operating expenses. So by the time this process is done, your income account balance should now be zero, and all of the income that is allocated should be in one of these four other accounts. So from there, as you can see, the very first thing you're doing is you're making sure your business is profitable. Then you're making sure that you're getting paid as a business owner. You're setting money aside for taxes to make sure that the IRS doesn't come and throw you in jail. And at the end of the day, you're paying your expenses on your business. So the advantage to this is, if your business cannot run off your OPEX, or your operating expense account, then you're not running a profitable business. Whatever that percentage is, and depending on your industry and how large your company is, will depend upon what percentage you allocate to the OPEX account. Let's just say it's 40% or 35%. He makes the argument that you have to run your business, all the expenses of your business, out of that percentage, or else you're not going to be profitable, or you're not going to be profitable consistently long term, and therefore your business is going to go under. Now, from this point, it's pretty simple. He recommends that you move the money from your profit account to a profit holdings account, which is harder to get to. And then out of that, every quarter, you make distributions, but you only distribute up to 50% of that account's value. So you have a little bit of buffer in there in case some capital expenditures come up, or there's an advantage to get discount pricing if you had to buy supplies and things like that. So, and then out of the owner's compensation, obviously that's where you would pay your bi-weekly salary as an owner. If there's more than one owner, you want to make sure that you pay both owners out of that. And that salary isn't allocated as far as a percentage of the business owned, but it's allocated in accordance to the job functions that you're doing inside the business. Taxes is also put into a holding account at the end of the year when taxes are due. The taxes to the IRS are paid out of that account, as well as any taxes that you as the owner have had to pay because of the business are reimbursed to you. And then finally, all of your operating expenses are paid out of the operating or the OPEX account, the last account. So you can see that by this structure, there's a few more moving parts, but it's very simplistic in order for you as a business owner to make sure that you are running a profitable business and that your expenses are in check. Because if your expenses ever exceed that percentage that you're allocating to that account, you know that you have to adjust something inside of your business in order to continue to be profitable. So if you haven't read the book, I would encourage you read Profit First. It's a great read, pretty simplistic to implement, but over the long term, it's a matter of just making these small incremental steps to help your business be profitable over time. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time.